Nur eine Frage bitte. Der indonesische Vertreter, der hat
Die Stelle gibt es freigegeben.
das ist das?
Germany Naval Flotilla to Rear Admiral Honorable First Admiral Dadang Sumantri, the Honorable Vice of Commanding of My Naval Base 3, the Honorable Commanding Officer FGS Baden-Wurttemberg, Captain Shashahud, the Honorable Assistant for Operation My Naval Base 3, Captain Puryanto, and all of delegates. For your convention, allow me to announce you all this program today. First, we will have welcome then speech of Ambassador of Germany, and the last is photo session.
To the crew of both ships, I want to express our deep appreciation for your dedication and professionalism throughout this long friendship and cooperation between Germany and Indonesia. Your role is vital in promoting security and stability, not only in the Indo-Pacific but globally.
Schulz, Commander Task Group, representing the German Navy, and on the left we have Admiral Dadang Sumantri, representing the Indonesian tour of the frigate. Okay, so I'd say we start right away with the remarks of Ambassador Ina Lepel.
German Navy in Jakarta, frigate Baden-Württemberg, and replenishment ship Frankfurt am Main. Thank you to TNI Angkatan Laut, represented here by Admiral Dadang Sumantri, for the close and trusting cooperation that has made this friendly visit possible. In fact, the visit has been announced over 1 year ago, when our Minister of Defense, Boris Pistorius, had a meeting with his counterpart, Minister Prabowo, now President-elect. Deployment is a key maritime defense diplomacy activity, testimony to the implementation of Germany's Indo-Pacific guidelines of 2020. This strategy defines the principles of our foreign, security and economic policy with respect to the region Indo-Pacific. Principles include a clear commitment to stability, peace and prosperity in this region. Only yesterday, the German government published its fourth progress report on the implementation of our Indo-Pacific guidelines. This report highlights the increased complexity of regional and global developments, at the same time confirming our ambition to expand partnerships with countries in the region, strengthen European action, and driving economic diversification. The Indo-Pacific Deployment 2024 takes place at a time of intensifying tensions in parts of the region. It's important to note that this deployment is a strong sign of Germany's commitment to uphold international law, the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, and our commitment to international rules-based order. For Germany, as the third biggest trading nation in the world and a key trading partner to Asia, free and safe shipping routes are key importance. At the same time, we expressly support ASEAN centrality and peaceful conflict resolution within the ASEAN group. To this end, we acceded the ASEAN Treaty of Amity and Cooperation already in 2019. As part of our comprehensive approach, consisting of strong partnerships promoting security, stability and prosperity in the region, Germany is committed to strengthening defense and security cooperation with our partners in Indonesia, who is a key security partner in Southeast Asia. I would like to end by thanking all our friends and partners for their contributions to a fruitful security and defense cooperation between Indonesia and Germany. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ambassador. And next, for us, it's a great privilege and a great honor to be here in Jakarta and to be in Indonesia. And for us, it's an honor and a privilege to be hosted by the German embassy here, but especially by the Indonesian Armed Forces in general and the Indonesian Navy in particular. We have come a long way. We have been already underway for about 5 months. We started this endeavor about early May. We crossed the Northern Atlantic, came through the Panama Canal, crossed the Pacific to be here and to work with our partners and friends and allies in the Southeast Asia region. For us, it's important to be here, to support our friends and allies, and to work together with, for instance, the Indonesian Navy, as we did yesterday, to enhance the interoperability, to strengthen our cooperation, and to exchange experience and views. For us, it's important to meet all our partners on each level, that we can exchange experience and can learn from each other. For us, it's important to show on the ground here in the region that we are in the solidarity with our friends and allies, especially with Indonesia, for free and open sea lanes, and especially to contribute to the rules-based international order. So that's why we are looking forward to working with the Indonesian forces, with the Indonesian Navy and other partners that we will be meeting on our way back to Europe, back to Germany. That will take some time. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Admiral. And I now invite...
Pada kesempatan ini saya Laksamana Pertama Dadang Sumantri mewakili dari TNI Angkatan Laut. Pada kesempatan ini mengucapkan selamat datang, welcome to Indonesia, Jakarta. Kami menyambut baik kedatangan dari kapal perang dari Jerman. Tentunya keberadaan kedua kapal perang ini membuktikan bahwa kerjasama antara Angkatan Laut, Angkatan Laut Indonesia, TNI Angkatan Laut dengan Angkatan Jerman itu sudah terjalin dengan baik. Kerjasama yang sudah kita laksanakan adalah kerjasama di bidang pendidikan, kemudian riset, kemudian pelatihan, kemudian juga kesehatan. Sehingga kita menyambut baik kedatangan kedua kapal perang ini demi meningkatkan hubungan kerjasama di akan datang. Pada kesempatan ini juga saya mengundang kepada Angkatan Laut Jerman untuk hadir pada acara Multilateral Naval Exercise MNEC di Bali yang akan dilaksanakan pada bulan Februari tahun depan. Kita akan mengundang beberapa kapal perang untuk berpartisipasi di dalam kegiatan tersebut. Demikian, terima kasih. Thank you.
Terima kasih. As said, in general, the deployment will be from 7th of May, when we started in Germany
Europe respectively, and the endeavor will end on 5th of December, being back in Germany and Europe. We have crossed the Atlantic, and we actually came through the Panama Canal as early as the 1st of June. Since then, we are operating in the Pacific region area. So we conducted exercises with several partners, especially with Indonesia and other Southeast Asian partners, during the world's largest maritime exercise, RIMPAC. That actually took the whole July, and we left Pearl Harbor early August and then sailed across the Western Pacific towards the Southeast Asian area. And since then we are operating here. We have participated in the Pacific Security Maritime Exchange, which is the mission to support the sanctions of the UN against North Korea. We sailed through the East China Sea, came through the Taiwan Strait, passed through the South China Sea, and since then, when we actually came into the Indonesian territorial waters, we sailed through and to actually berth here in Jakarta. We will be operating until end of October in the Indo-Pacific region, with our last port of call in the Indian Ocean in Goa, India.
Will you have an annual program to visit Jakarta, the German Navy?
Do we visit Jakarta with the German Navy?
Annual program, like the French Navy, they have an annual program to visit, make a port call in Jakarta.
Annual year? Every year?
Annually.
Intentions are actually to show more presence in the Indo-Pacific region. But as somehow, I wouldn't say our backyard, but our main area of operation is NATO's northern flank, as we are an important member of NATO. That means that our main operating area is the Northern Atlantic up to the high north, as well as the Mediterranean. That means that that will be from time to time in the Indo-Pacific region. I know that my government and the Navy intends to show more presence here, but I don't see that every year, but probably every 2 to 3 years.
Will there be any more expansion of training program? As we know, a lot of vessels and submarines made by Germany or German technology being used by the Navy in Indonesia and Malaysia.
As said, to strengthen cooperation, to enhance the interoperability between the navies, the different navies in the Southeast Asian area, especially with Indonesia, is very important for us. And that's why we are here to exercise together, to train together, to, as said, enhance the interoperability, to strengthen our cooperation, and to conduct port visits, as this is very important to show the appreciation for each other while being in the country and not just far away. So that's why it's important that we are here and exercise and train together.
Okay. I'm Hasil from iNews TV. There are two questions I want to ask. The first, how big is German Navy's concern towards Indonesia waters that should be addressed? And two, speaking about Indo-Pacific, how do you see the penetration of China and how German will handle that issue? Thanks.
I'm not sure I heard your first question correctly. The concern about what?
How big is German Navy's concerns towards Indonesian waters?
Well, the purpose of this Indo-Pacific deployment is to be here to show presence and also to show that we are really interested in what's happening in the region. So that is part of security diplomacy and dialogue. I'm sure that in the course of that enhanced dialogue between the professionals, all these issues will be discussed, but it is not our position, we are not in the business of giving unsolicited advice in public.
Thanks so much. I think that was a very bright question, a very good question. So as Excellency, the Ambassador of Germany actually said. We do not have any executive taskings here. We are here to operate together, to train together, to work together, to exchange views, and to learn from each other. For us, it is important to show our solidarity with the countries within the Southeast Asia region, within the Indo-Pacific. And for us, it's important together to maintain and shape the rules-based international order together, and to show on the ground here that we are side to side with our friends, allies and partners.
Okay, so let's give it one more try with the microphone. Seems to work. Okay, next question.
Tentunya, tapi disampaikan bahwa kunjungan kapal perang yang sekarang ini adalah menunjukkan bahwa hubungan kita atau TNI Angkatan Laut khususnya dengan Angkatan Laut Jerman itu memang sudah terjalin dengan baik, sudah baik. Dan itu ditunjukkan bahwa kita saat ini juga sedang bekerja sama dalam menggunakan pendidikan dan latihan, dan juga melaksanakan latihan seperti yang pada saat kapal kesini kan juga kita melaksanakan latihan passing exercise. Kemudian juga memang dulu kapal-kapal kita kan juga banyak dari Jerman, termasuk Parchim yang tadi melaksanakan passing exercise juga kapalnya juga dari Jerman. Kemudian ada kapal selam juga. Ini masih kita tetap melaksanakan kerjasama. Cuman memang tidak tersosialisasi bahwa memang kita sudah melaksanakan kegiatan-kegiatan, terutama yang disampaikan tadi bahwa kita sedang melaksanakan kegiatan-kegiatan atau kerjasama latihan, kemudian di bidang riset, kemudian di bidang kesehatan. Nah itu juga dengan keberadaan kapal kesini itu menunjukkan bahwa memang hubungan kita itu semakin kesini semakin menunjukkan makin baik. Demikian, ya. Terima kasih.
Yeah, thanks very much for the question. Referring to one of the deployments 20 years ago, I know 2002 the last ships were Mecklenburg-Vorpommern and Rheinland-Pfalz actually visiting here, and we had FGS Bayern nearly 3 years ago, back in 2021. I think the deployment was from August 21 to February 22. Between these 20 years, I think things have quite a bit in this region. And as Germany is a trading country, as we depend with our economy and our growing markets on free and open shipping lanes, and as we depend on free trade, for us it's important to contribute to the rules-based international order and to contribute to the peaceful solution, especially of disputes over territorial waters. So that's why my government has actually released different guidelines. For instance, the guidelines of the German government for the Indo-Pacific region. We have a China strategy, and we have some other strategies on the Southeast Asian region. That's why we are here. That's why we show solidarity. That's why we intend to work closer together and to demonstrate our solidarity with our friends, partners and allies in the Indo-Pacific region.
Thank you. So we have time for one last question to iNews.
Said before, the decision to have the sport corps and to have the PASEX was already made more than a year ago, when Minister of Defense, His Excellency Prabowo, met our Minister of Defense. So I think that was a very good start. We are implementing it now. We are creating more human connections, better understanding, also at an operative level. So I'm very optimistic about the future of maritime cooperation.
Okay, thank you very much. So that is the end.
So yeah. If anyone can't hear me or doesn't understand me, just speak up and I'll speak a bit louder. We are here in the front aft, the front starboard side, where one of our 4 ribs is. You just saw another rib, the starboard aft side. and we have the same two boats on the other side, on the port side as well. These boats are mainly for man overboard maneuvers, means we can rescue people with it if someone falls overboard, or another use is for special forces to bring them to the shore or their missions. So that's why there are 4 hard points there on there as well, so we can mount heavy machine guns or grenade launchers. For fun, they do around 40 to 50 knots, so it's around 80 kph. So at sea that's quite fast, and they are basically they can operate the navigation system. They have their own boats, etc. One thing we use them as well for is personal transfer. So these hatches are there to produce our radar cross section. Once we need to get the boat out, these things pulled up. They weigh around 5 to 10 tons. So hydraulic system pushed up 3 minutes to run. So our man overhaul time, so we need to hold our 6 to 7 minutes. I'm more than happy to take pictures here. Yeah. Basically, what you see now is the full mile bridge. And there's 3.7 millimeter which has basically, I start with seduces, radar and missile to go to the cloud and onto us. On the sides, 5, 6 knots. Above that, the bridge, where obviously the people like the second deck officer steers the ship and steers us safely. Wollen Sie das Stockwerk zu? Ja, genau. Ganz kurz, nicht putzen. Danke dir. Das ist schwierig. Ich weiß. Danke. 5 Minuten. Bridge, where the navigational part of the ship happens. So at sea, there's at least 6 people. Yeah, from the middle to the bridge wings, combined diesel, electric, and gas. So we have 4 diesel generators who generate power, which drive 2 electric motors, which turn the shafts. This is the high economical powertrain we have. The second option is a gas turbine, which allows us to do greater speeds, but yeah, takes a lot of gas, and we got to refuel. Luckily, we have a tanker with us, so yeah. On the right side of you is there's where the navigational displays, where the sea charts are on. It's basically civil standard up in the bridge here, because it looks like a civil. Yeah. On the left side here, you can see the battle damage control system, and we can monitor everything, every sensor of the ship, every drop communications, channel 16, VHF. Yes. On the sides of the ship, on the sides of this main thing here, we have 2 gun control stations for the 1 gun on the front, which we're gonna go afterwards. Yeah, the 2 most important chairs on the ship. This chair over there is free to sit on there. It's the navigational officer's chair. This chair on the right, because it's the CO's chair, and once you get caught sitting on there, you're gonna pay a lot. So yeah, this is his chair and only his. Yeah. So your in 1 second. So the ammunition is pretty fast down there, and yeah, the techniques I don't know. So
So your
I'll just shoot the gun.
CMS is
So it could have been way worse, but we got lucky. So yeah, but this ship is designed to withstand up to I think 9 to 10 meters of waves. But the problem is not that the ship is getting damaged, but the people. This is for these are helicopters. Yes. But it can shoot up to very heavy. Back in the days, from a Sidewinder missile, which is an air-to-air missile on airplanes, and a Stinger missile, which is a ground, it's a man-pad missile, which is known for small forces to shoot down helicopters. And we are using it to shoot down incoming missiles or planes or anything that's coming close to us for self-defense.